The Marvel multiverse is a boundless realm filled with deities, cosmic forces, and incomprehensible entities that transcend time, space, and even the very fabric of reality. Among them stand two of the most powerful beings ever conceived, the Living Tribunal and the White Phoenix of the Crown. These entities are not mere gods or celestial rulers. They exist as forces of nature, each representing an unshakable concept. The Living Tribunal is the supreme cosmic judge, ensuring balance across all realities, while the White Phoenix embodies the endless cycle of death and rebirth, wielding power that defies conventional limits. A battle between these two is not just a matter of raw strength, but of fundamental cosmic philosophy. If the Tribunal represents absolute order and the Phoenix represents limitless renewal, can one truly erase the other? Could the Supreme Judge decree the end of something that refuses to stay dead? Or would the Phoenix, in its boundless resurgence, eventually break free from even the Tribunal's ultimate judgment? The answer is not simple, for this is not just a fight, it is a clash of existence itself. To understand this battle, we must explore the nature of both entities, their origins, their purpose, and the extent of their capability. This is not a simple duel of energy blasts or brute force. It is a war between law and transcendence, between finality and the infinite. It is a battle that could shake the very foundation of Marvel's omniverse. The Living Tribunal, the supreme cosmic arbiter. The Living Tribunal stands as the ultimate authority over all realities. Unlike gods who serve specific roles, or cosmic beings who are bound by the laws of existence, the Tribunal exists beyond all such limitations. It is a being with no personal motives, no bias, no desires. It exists only to maintain balance across the entire multiverse. Second only to the one above all, it is the enforcer of ultimate cosmic law. With three faces representing equity, vengeance, and necessity, the Tribunal ensures that no reality becomes too dominant, no force grows too powerful, and no imbalance threatens the stability of the omniverse. If a universe defies the natural order, it is the Tribunal's decree that determines whether it should continue to exist. Its power is neither magic nor science, it is the absolute authority of the multiverse itself. The Tribunal does not engage in battles like mortals or even cosmic deities. It does not need to fight because its very word shapes reality. It can render omnipotent artifacts useless, as seen when it declared that the Infinity Stones would not function beyond their home universes. It has erased entire realities with a mere decree, removing them from existence as if they had never been. It is feared and respected even by the most powerful beings, including eternity, infinity, and even death itself. What makes the Tribunal truly unstoppable is that it is not a being in the traditional sense. It is a force of absolute cosmic law. It does not feel fear, nor can it be reasoned with or tricked. If it determines that something must no longer exist, that decision is final. But what happens when it faces something that refuses to abide by the laws of reality? What happens when its judgment is challenged by something that is, by nature, incapable of being erased? White Phoenix of the Crown, the ultimate embodiment of rebirth, the Phoenix Force is one of the most ancient and powerful cosmic entities in Marvel Comics, existing as a force that embodies all psychic energy across all of existence. It is not bound by time, nor does it follow the rules of creation and destruction. It is a force that exists beyond death itself, burning away what is and replacing it with what could be. At its peak, it manifests as the White Phoenix of the Crown, a state in which its host, Jean Grey, achieves perfect unity with the Phoenix Force, no longer restrained by mortal limitations or emotional conflict. Unlike gods and cosmic beings, the Phoenix Force does not simply manipulate reality, it rewrites it. It has the power to burn away entire timelines, to reshape existence in its own image, and to return stronger each time it is destroyed. It does not simply defy destruction, it thrives on it. Every time the Phoenix dies, it is reborn, greater than before. It is not bound by the rules of the multiverse because it is the exception to all rules. Throughout Marvel history, the Phoenix Force has demonstrated abilities that defy logic itself. It has undone the deaths of entire species, reversed the destruction of universes, and even rewritten history itself. It does not just persist, it evolves, adapting to whatever force attempts to control or destroy it. If the Phoenix is truly limitless, then what happens when it is confronted by a force that dictates what can and cannot exist? Could the Living Tribunal erase something that is not bound by the same laws as the rest of the multiverse? Would its decree be enough to override the fundamental nature of the Phoenix? Or would the Phoenix simply return, unbound by the constraints of even the Tribunal's authority? This is where the nature of their battle becomes far more complicated than any simple fight between powerful beings. Judgment versus transcendence, the true cosmic clash. Unlike battles fought with fists or energy beams, this confrontation is a paradox. The Living Tribunal does not engage in combat. It dictates what is and is not. If it wills something out of existence, that thing ceases to be. The Phoenix Force, however, exists outside the bounds of permanence. It does not simply return from destruction. It embodies the very principle that nothing is ever truly final. In a single moment, the Tribunal could erase the Phoenix Force from all existence, removing it from all timelines and dimensions. There would be no struggle, no resistance, only the final decree of a being whose authority surpasses all others. The Phoenix, however, is not bound by linear time. Even if it were erased, could it not return from another timeline, another reality, another fragment of existence where the Tribunal's decree had not yet reached? The Tribunal is the law, but the Phoenix is the exception. The Tribunal enforces finality, but the Phoenix is the embodiment of renewal. If the Tribunal declares something to be over, and the Phoenix exists to prove that nothing ever truly ends, then this is not a battle of strength, but of fundamental contradiction. Could the Tribunal truly impose a final judgment on something that exists beyond the very concept of endings? Or would the Phoenix continue to rise again and again, defying cosmic law itself? Final judgment, who truly wins? The answer to this battle lies not in raw power, but in its fundamental nature. If this were a one-time confrontation with a single, decisive outcome, then the Living Tribunal would emerge victorious. It does not fight, it declares. It does not battle, it enforces. It would decree the end of the Phoenix Force, and that decree would be absolute. There would be no struggle, no resistance, only the final word of the supreme cosmic judge. However, the Phoenix Force is not defined by a single moment. It is eternal. It exists beyond time, beyond death, beyond the rules that bind even the most powerful cosmic beings. It does not need to win a battle because it exists in a state where battles do not end. If the Tribunal erases it, it will return. If the Tribunal declares it gone, it will rise again. It is not about strength. It is about inevitability. So who wins? The Tribunal wins in the moment, but the Phoenix wins in eternity. The Tribunal decrees, but the Phoenix defies. The Tribunal represents the final word, but the Phoenix is the story that never ends. This is a battle that has no true conclusion. A paradox that neither side can fully overcome. If the Tribunal is absolute and the Phoenix is infinite, then their struggle may never truly have an end. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.